Well, tonight, we still do not know who bought that winning $300 million Powerball ticket in South Sacramento.
Carolyn Becker joins us now from the California Lottery with more on this. Thanks for taking the time, Carolyn. So how long does the winner have to come forward, and what would happen if they didn't come forward to claim their prize?
Those are great questions, and all lottery players need to know. It does vary from game to game, but with Powerball, in this case, winners have 1 year to come forward from the date of the draw. So that would be next January 5th would be the deadline. And if no one comes forward, all of that unclaimed prize money goes right back into public schools, which are the reason we exist. The lottery's main mission is to raise money for California's public schools.
And does the store owner, do they still get the $1 million for selling that ticket?
Yes, the store gets the $1 million bonus prize just for selling the ticket, regardless of whether a winner comes forward.
All right, Carolyn, we know the state lottery has a team of investigators who look into any big wins. And even though somebody hasn't come forward yet, have they looked at the surveillance video? Do you have an idea who bought the ticket? And if so, what can you tell us about that person?
Sure. Right now, I have no idea who bought the ticket, but you're absolutely right that we have a lot of checks and balances, a big investigative team. So the way it works is when somebody knows they've won, we don't proactively contact anybody. When someone realizes they're sitting on that winning ticket, they come forward, they fill out a claim form, and our investigators go through myriad questions to make sure they're legitimate. So we don't want to give the money to the wrong person, of course, especially with a jackpot this high. So it actually takes weeks, sometimes months, all the way up into that year deadline before we really know who won or whether it was a group of winners who maybe went on a ticket together.
Yeah, is there an average amount of time that people tend to take to come forward on this?
It's all over the place. It is possible, although very remote, that somebody walked into one of our district offices today, and I just haven't heard about it. But more likely than not, with a jackpot like this, people, even if they know they've won, may want to get their affairs in order, right? Hire some legal advisors or some financial advisors. So it is certainly not uncommon. It's more common than not that weeks go by or months go by before we even hear whether or not we have a winner. And that's even before we investigate who they are.
Yeah, weeks and months of all of us looking around going, was it you? Was it you? Who knows? Yeah.
If you hear, let me know.
We will. And last year, we know the California Lottery earned a record $8.4 billion. What is behind so many people now playing?
Yeah, our last fiscal year was a record, cracking that $8 billion with the B dollar mark. That also means, by the way, it was a record year for how much money for schools, $1.8 billion there. We think that there's a couple different factors, but primarily, of course, we've all been through this pandemic for the last couple of years. And for a good long time, a lot of the normally fun activities that Californians may otherwise engage in were off limits, right? Things were closed. And so we suspect people found other ways to have a little fun, and playing the lottery is a little fun for everyone. And so we think some of those players may have never played before, or players who didn't play as frequently are maybe now playing more regularly. The other factor is the jackpots are so high, right? This is our second Powerball jackpot in just a matter of months, over 600 million. That we think is because of that third draw that was added this past summer. There are now 3 draws a week for Powerball, and we're seeing that trend already. It's early, and we'll see how it goes in 22, but those jackpots are climbing, which was the goal of adding the third draw. And we all know that when jackpots get huge like this, people line up to buy those tickets. So we're really excited to have had the win here in California and in Sacramento, of all places, last night. It's great.
Yeah, right here at home. How exciting. All right, Carolyn, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Likewise, you guys. Thanks.